Good morning. Happy Saturday. It's Lanisha with our conversation again about grief and how he's my old friend. And today's topic specifically, I'm going to cover holidays and how holidays truly can suck without having your loved ones around or near you. It may be your first year. I have a family member, and she is going to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of her father, and this year on Christmas. And I have another friend who lost her sister, who will be celebrating the holidays without her. And my goal is always to know that I am here for you. I see you. I know how hard it is, but life does go on for us. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about ways that I have coped, and I've seen other members of my family cope, and hopefully it will help you through the holidays this year, and to also remember the ones that we love with fond memories. I am, as I always say, I don't have a degree in grief counseling. I don't have a degree in psychology. It was my first major. I don't have a PhD in social work. I do have real life experiences with grief, and I think that my perception and the experiences that I have has led me to this point in my life. And my goal always is to bring joy and peace to others. And I really feel like, especially this time of year, that all of us need a little encouragement. All of us need to know it's going to be okay. And we're in this together. You're not alone. You're not a single voice in a big void. I promise. That is why I'm doing these videos. That is why I have reached out to a few of you just to tell you that I love you. Holidays are hard. I know they're hard. And each of us deal in different ways. And, you know, it is fascinating to me how we all adapt to make it a little easier on ourselves. And whether you're starting your festivities this weekend or next weekend, I know in my family we used to have to do the circuit. We would start one weekend and do Thanksgiving at my mom's for all of her family, and then we would go and have Thanksgiving at my in-laws and my friends. And some years we would have, you know, big events, and some years we had very small events depending on the situation. And with the pandemic, I know that some of you will not be seeing your family, and others may be working. I just hope that listening to me today, or whenever you're listening to this video, that you find comfort in numbers, that there are a lot of us out there who is trying to get through the holidays and to be as happy and thankful as we can be. So, you know, I want to start with a story of my mom. It's one of those memories that sticks in your mind forever. As a child, I was 16 years old, and I had my baby sister who was 11 and my brother who was 8. And it was Christmas, the year we lost my dad and we lost Eric within 3 months of each other. And that Thanksgiving, we all went to my Aunt Joanne's for Thanksgiving. We changed the format. Mom just couldn't do it at home. And so we went to Sarasota, Florida, and had a big Thanksgiving there with our family, and just completely changed the rules. And I think that's what sometimes we have to do. And that's part of the conversation today. So, you know, Thanksgiving, we traveled to my aunt's and had Thanksgiving there. And for Christmas, it was getting closer and closer to Christmas, and Mom hadn't put up the tree and hadn't done any decorations, and being the big sister and always loving Christmas and the excitement of it, I decided that I was going to put up Christmas lights. And me and my best friend, she had stayed over, and I had decided that that's what I was going to do. I was going to put up Christmas lights in our kitchen windows. Actually, our dining room windows and kitchen were kind of a combo. So I was putting up Christmas lights, and Mom had been gone, and she had come home, and I was finishing up the Christmas lights in the dining room, and she snatched them off the wall. Wasn't her finest moment, but she snatched them off the wall, and she said, "We're not doing Christmas this year." Isn't it funny how memories trick your emotions? She just wasn't ready, and it was very difficult for her. And as you know, the big sister, I was trying to bring joy back into the holiday, and I knew it would be different without our father and Eric, and I know it was going to be tough, but I knew that my little sister and my little brother should experience the joy of Santa and being excited about something, because we had all been through a really hard time. And later, obviously, Mom decided that we probably should put up a Christmas tree. And I don't remember that Christmas at all. I don't remember us celebrating it. I know we obviously did, and I know we put up a tree, but I don't remember it. And, you know, as children, sometimes it's traumatizing, and even as adults, you just want to black it out and get through it. And I get it. I know that after my mom died, all the holidays were tough. So we changed up our format, and that's what I really want to talk to you about today, is that it's going to be different. It's going to feel different. It's going to feel hard. It's going to feel lonely, and you're going to want to not do. And you feel guilty about celebrating because they're not here. And so my suggestion is just to change it up. Change up the traditions. Some of us find comfort in the traditions and will continue to do it. For me, it was just too hard. So for Thanksgiving now, we usually do Thanksgiving at my house. And our friends, who are now my family, bring dishes, and we all pick, what we're going to bring this year. And last year, as a matter of fact, I have each of my children to choose their favorite side dish for Thanksgiving or in general. And that's what I do, is one side dish for everyone. And we do a Thanksgiving lunch, and we just keep it low key. And we just celebrate being thankful, and we take time to be thankful. And we go around the table and say what we're thankful for. And sometimes it's silly, and sometimes it's real, emotional. But I think that it's important that it's okay to do something different. This year, one of the things that I'm going to do is, and it's a great way to remember a person without being overwhelmed by their absence. And so I have decided that we're going to light candles for the people that should be here. And you can do it any way you want to. I've got these sweet little candles that I got at the Dollar Tree that we are going to light. And I also have these, so if you're more worried about, catching things afire, this one is a fake candle, but it's made with wax, so it looks real. And we'll have those around the dining room. lit just as a memory. I want you to know their flames may have gone out in their earth life, but I believe their light still shines in us, and I think it's important for us to remember that. Christmas, we also do that different. We started going to our friend's house every Christmas Eve and having a bonfire and just hanging out and being together and do a gift exchange. And then on Christmas morning, since my mother passed, we all get up, my brothers and my sisters, and my Aunt Babs and Uncle Ronnie would come over early in the morning. I would be still in my pajamas, and we would do a big breakfast brunch, just because we needed a change. And the last 2 years, we have done the the Christmas swap, where we all bring a present and we all read the Christmas story and we exchange gifts, and it has brought happiness and laughter and even competition. There's a couple of people who really liked some of the Christmas gifts, but it gives you a little bit of change. And I think sometimes that's how we have to do it to get through it. And are there moments throughout our day during the holidays where we just hug each other and take a moment? That's part of it, because they do impact our lives so much because of the love that they gave us and the love we gave them. It doesn't end. It doesn't end, and it never will. And I think that is part of the testament of grief, that grief is the manifestation of a love that is truly gone in the physical sense. And I think that we just have to dig deep into ourselves in spiritual sense and know that yes, we're celebrating holidays without them, and yes, it sucks, but also remember the times that you were together. Another thing that you can do is put a favorite picture of that family member in your decor and, table setting if you want. We have also done where we share our favorite story of our family members. I think you just have to recognize it, know that it's going to be tough, and prepare for it and change it up. I think that is the key. I truly believe they're looking down on us and wanting us to continue to live our best lives, honoring them and honoring the life that we have. And sometimes some of us just can't. Like my mom at Christmas. She just couldn't. And that's okay too. I suggest you talk to someone, a friend, a counselor, a therapist, a priest, a preacher. If you're really struggling, you have to talk to someone. And I think that it's important to be aware. Usually around the holidays, I have a day where it's hard to get out of bed. And those days I snuggle up with my little girl or my husband or my pillow and watch a sappy movie and just cry it out so I can get to the next thing. My grandson brings me a lot of joy, and so I like having him here. So it is a good distraction for me. Whatever works for you, but don't get stuck in the grief. Don't get stuck in the sadness and the depression. And if you feel overwhelmed, you have to say something to someone and let them know, because we can't read your mind. I know that I have family members that it's very hard for them, even now. And my mom has been passed for 9 years, and it's still hard. And you got to say something, because we're all in different parts of our life and our grief and healing. So if you really are struggling and you just can't see the light and you're struggling and you're having thoughts, call someone. If it's severe thoughts and you're contemplating suicide, please, pick up the phone and call the suicide prevention number, which is 1-800-273-8255. Your loved ones would want you to keep on living, and your loved ones would want you to keep on moving, because they do love you and they want to see you happy. So whatever the holidays look like for you, and if this is your first holiday without your family member, it's tough. It's going to be tough. But know that there are people who love you and who are there with you in their own grief. So celebrate the life that you have, and celebrate the life that you had with them, and put one foot in front of the other. That's all you can do. And implement a celebration, a new tradition, something that will be not only a distraction, but will change it up just enough for sometimes for you to bear it. I know that I'm always wanting to memorialize my family, but I also want to celebrate the new adventures, the new beginnings that life has to offer. I love you, and happy holidays. I am thankful that I have a voice to share, and I'm thankful for those of you who do watch. Let me know what tradition you're starting this year, or that you've changed up, or how you're going to honor your family in the comments, or message me. I look forward to hearing from you. Once again, this is Lanisha, and I love you, and there are many other people who love you too.